Bro? Thank you. I don't know what this said. Spacebar decided not to work. Nor I thee, in extolling the virtues... Nor I thee, in extolling the virtues of Atheris, I did inadvertently awaken the reports of desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Clear tells us you have attained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I'd rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelberg's Elpis flower lead? Yeah, how to... Alright, y'all gotta sit down. We went timey-wimey with this shit. Yeah, there's no way this isn't voiced. There's no way this isn't coming back voiced. They would not do this to me. Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. Okay, because it is. If it and the cost are one and the same, this all proves Nirvana's theory. Were an entity through sheer force of motion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of Aether. But if our star is so replete with Aether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the Great Expanse. Mediton. Or rather the sorrowful and suffering of fallen civilizations that she'd been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for the single purpose of destruction of Atheris. Yeah, what up, Quinn? That our foes are no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Mediton. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Mediton, and we deliver the word from the 5 days. But even to attempt it, there are 2 conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Mediton escaped, an enchantment was placed on her by Vanat, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implications of the temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and the Vanat you met in Elpis are the one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, and way that Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share the knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Atheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she's abandoned her pursuit of me? Nope. Provided she still has any tangible properties of herself after becoming a primal. No. That's my impression too, otherwise she would have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided me as clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she's been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So, what is the second condition? We must find a means to reach Mediton. Naturally, our chosen method would depend entirely upon wherever she has made her nest. The communing with Heidelin must be by necessities comes first. Do you and Master Montoya have any luck with your investigation of the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Ironvold and other Echo-based allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Heidelin, even within the Anti-Tower. Master Montoya is of the opinion that years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Heidelin. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home. Sorry to interrupt, but we just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rashtra with the intent to discuss the Great Exodus. The father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's see what they have to say. I doubt that. I very much doubt that they're taking us seriously. We have maybe 1 or 2 political allies total. Like, I got the Forum gives a shit what we think. That said, the Loperids might actually help with that, to some degree. The moon bunnies like us. Sucks to suck for them. The forum is in session, and such the roaster is closed to visitors. Yeah, fucking let me out. A silence is done. Very well. You may wait in this corridor. Of course, since you will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The limits of war are expressly forbidden. Anyway, taking my gunplay with me, because you can't, like, you know, stop me. I'll make a fucking wall. Yeah, dude. You're gonna stop me from coming in with my fucking gunblade, dude. Aww. I miss Alpha Chat. Maybe someday we'll have him again. This is going to be voiced, I believe, in voice acting. In this expansion. I believe in it. I believe in it!
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
Our boy's grown up, chat. Our boy has grown the fuck up!
The ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us, and the people of Radzat-Han.
Thanks, dude.
The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnir, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
Donothon stuff should start next week at some point.
Unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor.
We'll probably start by
sources of
shaving my head.
Inevitable conflict would condemn all.
Because I think that's where the poll is going. Let me double check. Otherwise, it's one of the biggest weeks in gaming between 14 expansion and Halo Infinite, and everything else is going to have to wait until after that.
Are your plans proceeding apace?
Yeah.
We're under the impression that your
good portion of it's going to
celestial
not be starting as soon
transportation
as
is incomplete.
probably people hope, but it'll be soon.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino.
I'm gonna shove food in my face, chat. I'm hungry. Oh god, this is great.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms? "71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it."
Hell yeah.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Beautiful. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both a means of communicating with Hydrant and reaching Medellin, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves in the completion of the arc as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Probe. I'd like to think that this is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or, at the very least, the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an afterburner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Bruh. We're going back to space and doing more space things! As instructed, I shall take you to see the afterburner. Meet me outside the arc, I trust you can make your way there. So the arc is being built in Adamantite. Hardly surprising. Why else could it conceal such a massive undertaking? There's a work out there. Whoop. Let's go! Heh. Heh. Boom. Got her. Right. Okay. What is this bird doing? Oh, this is somebody who said we were going to help forever ago. Ah, damn it. Hold on. We gotta help him first. This is like a level 80 quest. That means we get to see the rest of Labyrinthos. Poggers! Zakai and a Yoda Zeke. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Okay. 1,976. Yo, you're getting to the queue. You know, in like 17 hours, you might be able to play. Such a bad joke, chat. It'll be soon. It'll be sooner than that. Alright. There's a troll in the bad joke, but accurate, yeah. Wow, look at these guys. They're really beautiful. Oh no! They're doing bad things! Which means I have to kill them mercilessly, like I've been doing to everything else in my way. Anyway, see you in hell, boys. They scaled up to me. I loathe that. Go die. Down. Down! How dare you scale to me? That's another Aether Current. Completed, yeeted. Actually, that might be right off that cliff. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Our destination lies on the lower levels. In the form its wisdom has granted its access to the Archeon's lift. Step aside and have Ophidian take you to the medical code. Boom. Woo! Big words out of Fortunat over here. Alright. I don't dislike him at all, Joe. To how he treated our kids, I loathe him. I would use the lift. Thanks, dude. I'm the lift boy. I sent your associates ahead to the larger structure in Alpha on the other side of the mid-area Agramonics. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to. No, never mind, you can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. Oh, you want to ask me if I'm fucking cool? The answer is yes. Fucking dankalicious. Alright, that's going into the sentences that Remy is banned from saying. List. Which is a surprisingly long list. How many Aether Currents are left? A lot! Yeah. There's 8 Aether Currents left in this area. It's not even the final area of the expansion, which really brings up some questions, doesn't it? Yes, sir, it does. Alright. Huh. Ah! There's an entrance to this building that I totally knew about. Voiced. We have to wait here while our follow arranges for us to use the next lift. It's not voiced!
I'm bringing you more. Did you like it? Yeah, cool.
It's not voiced! Here, being the logic stand alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of the labyrinth are regulated. Water is drawn from the underground and dispersed as vapor, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about this? My father brought me here as a child. Wow, thank you. Hold on, chat. Okay, solid little stretch. Nice. Okay, even this back in my big ass head. Okay, maybe a little lower. Like that, like that, like that. Cool. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind. When you went off somewhere with Grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking Father how the clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with the questions the entire time. It is all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complexity mechanisms employed by the Loporrits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean guardians of Labyrinthos, the little prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind beneath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies which will allow us to resettle on distant stars. Though the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon uninhabitable, it is not a final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out. The construction of the Ark is among them. Though the plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of the trust, your trust. Then let us proceed. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the central circuit. The Aetherburn is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Danako, whom the Forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars this way. This way! This way! So anyway, I'm not going there first. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Come here, little Aetherite. Come here, little thing that I need tonight. Aetherite. Got it. Boop. Wow, this place is really calm and safe feeling and really nice, and I really like it. I don't think that anything bad could happen here. Said 225 to the north. Okay, gotta go around the wall. Wally, 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 wally! Boom. Okay. Nomming on food in the background, chat. So ignore me, please. Okay, thanks. Huh? Huh? How? That means I missed it up there. There's no other way. Jump over the thing. Right, take the elevator. My bad. You know what? I think we were blocked off right there. Because we went through the cave. They're probably just standing there like, where the fuck's Monica? And like she's just like riding around finding all these really quick. Except for not very quickly. No, I'm locked, but it has to be like right here. Bro, we missed one up here? I feel dumb. I suppose there was so many. I'm going to assume that's down there, but we're still going to check just in case. I trust nothing now. Yeah, it's still saying west. It's going to be like right here. Yo. You gots to go, yak. Yakety yak, don't talk back. Yep. Need to kill two. Okay. How the hell? Ah. Easy clap, dude. Nice. Okay, maybe not. Okay, that has to be down there. Nope. Meh. Wow. Shrubbery sent me back, chat. Deserve this. I deserve this. Okay, so one of them should be pretty close. Voiced?
Could swap it out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Poggers!
Ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
As I say, 6% sounds like a
Hast thou
lot.
consulted with the Lockerites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general
Of course you would.
terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalaman's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the northern empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive cores from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Yeah. You want me to go fetch some, what's it? The White Raven's ghost that haunts me? Yeah.
Heavens, are you all right? You look pale as a... Well... Best put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
This is gonna be a feel-good, huh? This is gonna be a feel-good.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allegan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all.
Bro.
Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship.
It's a hell of a sentence, shit.
I am glad for the work you tried. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Well, dude's so happy. I love it. Hey, you realize you were a dick yet? Probably not. Knowing him, probably not. It's times like these we're reminded how famous or infamous Alphinaud has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single Link Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I'll give matters in your capable hands. Best of luck. Goodbye! Meanwhile, in Uda. First.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames, and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Thiergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Yo, Pog.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, When we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth?
Yo, what up, Sheba?
That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions
Endwalker is unfucking believably good.
We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
This game makes WoW look like shit, which isn't hard nowadays. TBH. But that's what I played WoW all the way up until the last expo, and it was just fucking mediocrity incarnate. Yeah. 14's fucking unbelievably good, man. It's worth a shot. But definitely not right now, because the servers are a shit show for most people. I'm assuming D20 got in chat, because I haven't seen a message from her in a while. Nope. F. I know. I have a passion for story games, and this is. It's an RPG MMO. For sure, RPG first.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalaman's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania.
I'm maining Gunbreaker, so it's a class from the last expansion. Yo, they sent Uldons.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Our boy really did big brain.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people.
Yeah, Gunbreaker's fun. I want to try Mechanist, and I unlocked Sage, but we haven't touched it. So I am kind of looking forward to that.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right.
It looks super fun.
Efficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
That dude's shadow is losing its shit.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalina.
They really are closing out like every single fucking thread in the entirety of this fucking franchise, though. Well, I guess this game, right? There is like so many few like threads untied back in at this point. It's nuts. I'm such a happy boy.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Not fair, game. Stop it. Shit's illegal.
is a roar. A dragon's roar.
Duh. Thanks for the follow through there, bud. I needed that extra line. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that?
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Finally, she's in, chat. Now just never leave. Yeah. Although our friends are searching for refinement adamite and sacred relics, we only know they will meet requirements once they've arrived. In the meantime, is there all else we can do to be of service? Ha! You've already done more than enough! If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem no more than the average scholar. Oh, I'm a cute little potato, and my hood has ear holes. As it should be. Huh. If only Master Coco knew how right he was. While he and Gorahad establish a rapport, why don't we help with the preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose that this not curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for Adamantite. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful boogers? If you got mine at the hand, I know where you gotta go. Shawnee and Hamlet was lousy in reaches and scholarly types, busy in themselves preparing for the Exodus. Pah! Oh, I need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Oh, D20, what's your name again? Now that you're actually in game, so I can invite you to the FC. Smile. Yo, actually, that's dope. I love that shit. Oh my god. I gotta remember how to do this. It's been a hot minute, and by a hot minute I mean like a week, and it never goes well. We'll do this. Do 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 do. Friend request, because I do that, and invite to company. Boop. Job's done. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholar Montechagne was talking about. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the 8th Rite once our work is done. Chat, this like actually might be like my favorite tanking piece we've gotten ever. Golden wise. Shit is poggers. Let the good times troll. Where is he at? Come here. Hello, are you one of the helpers? Working in the Aether Runner. Oh dear, I hear things have been come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties, checking the loading samples day in and day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still not even crossing my signal a few legumes of what you have. The forum's got enough on their plate, as it is, with deciding who got to board the Ark and win. Lots of power people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Falconaut and the others. Hardly a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Absolutely useless. Fortunate. Happy with the Ark. Even with all his power, Master Kakol's managed to squeeze out of the Aether Burner. It's not enough, apparently. Now I hit the final days of arrived horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we could begin the exodus sooner. People are dying and there'll be no end of it if we don't fulfill our duties. Well, but we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe me in the pan and all will be well. Okay. Just need one more. Offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. Especially this for things we'll need once we arrive on the moon. Then whichever star we choose our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so we're a lot busier after we depart. I hear that the lunar collaborators have come down to assist in efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them so long in such a limited capacity thus far. And to be perfectly honest, I don't have the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants, but I would prefer something like a small fluffy, like that beheaded rabbit that ran by. We're going to be really into that then. Let the good times stroll is down there. May as well do it while we're like halfway there already. We can just teleport right back in. Ooh, those are cute. Why do they have swords? Why are you guys letting things with swords down here? Bruz. Woo! The trolls are so cute, chat. Woo! Fancy meeting you here, Monica. Our friends in the forum brought us in a teeny tiny boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. Well, really interesting is Theris itself, though. Now we find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around. Or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Ariane J and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Wouldn't that be fun? No. No, we're not. But I guess we're doing this anyway. Two from Adamantite. Unexpected, yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and the best burrow, it would be in our best interest to have the reports acquaint themselves with the conditions deemed optimal by the Charlene collaborators. I fear, however, that a continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing, rather than broadening, their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture. What a marvelous idea! Might we begin with a great big what's-it over yonder? I guess, but what's it? I shall leave the explanation to Monica. I'm gonna break his bones. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna push his tall ass down a flight of stairs. Ariane J, you dickhead. Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magic is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to those important features. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea! Bro! Looks like the trees in the Great Endsville. Hold on, it's a bit strange shaped. Thin at the bottom but round at the top. Quite tall for something so imbalanced too. That makes sense, that's where to store the water. Here's the concept you observed in another time and another place was proof for life in the water world somehow. Oh my gosh, they're alive. I'm so happy about that. It's a little hard to see this from here, but it's a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks. I can see the window at the leather pipe. It's supposed to be for purifying the water down below. Yeah, draws it, purifies it, stores it. Got it. Yeah. Well, if it has a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanisms, purified here and stored in the tower. Yep. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A brilliant design, even in simplicity. I did say it would only take a moment to install in even the harshest environments. For us porous, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is the utmost important for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that people over there sometimes made their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Many settlements in Dunlon are built near an oasis, yeah. So what if you choose to live you never far from water? Oh dear, I worry we'll be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear this rely on far more than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order once we calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning about how exactly to obtain water in the first place. Master Alphanon spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey to the Logitech Alpha, did you not? Mayhap the reports will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, it sounds absolutely splendid. Straight beyond the sanctuary of the Shawn Hammett. I should lead the way. You mean you braved the untamed wilderness? Of honor concern indeed. We cannot help but notice many dangerous-looking creatures with nasty teeth lurking around the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not executed by burly custodians, I dread to think of what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many hungry predators with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, Laporte may appear to be its potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. When I impose upon leaders securing safe passage to the Logitech Alpha, For my part, I shall act as an escort in living way and cooking way, and trusting way and growing way to thy care. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. Little schmutz. Alright. It's like all the way back up here, man. Bro. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, it's like right here. Never mind. Still is not convenient. My friends, I bid you welcome to the Logic Dawn Alpha. Our destination does lie at the top of the top. Pray follow me. Marvelous, simply marvelous. This is where magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking at new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You are very lucky that Theris just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out that way because of the available resources, I wonder? Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Okay. So very wonderful. Okay. We've both knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Mario Economics. So I imagine Singway and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus. Would those to be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Okay. Let's brook no further delay. This is the place? Yes. Ah, the heady aroma was enough to guide me here. I spotted several fruits and vegetables featured in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those that help themselves to farmers' crops without permission often caught and put in pies. Could you ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with a few samples? Okay. Oh, Jet, 2 seconds. Okay. What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. Show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exercise. Exodius. Not the only one. Gotta find ways to do down here what we will up there at first on the moon, then on whatever star the form decides will be no home. It's all of a sudden so real. Don't you want to go to the moon? It's better than waiting for the final days to cleanse. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. And even the ones we can take may not survive in a new environment, so species doomed to extinction. So, but that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. Maybe I should go to sample a little of your products if we may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So what did we get? Okay. The grapes! I like grapes. That is literally how I'm putting this. It's about it. We were right there! Yes, sir, yes. He's literally eating stuff, chat. I don't care. This is fucking filler. Oh my god. Is it a Bahamut Chocobo? I want a Bahamut Chocobo. Oh no, what have I done? Oh no, 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 no. Come here, come here. I can't mount. I keep forgetting about this. You little bastard. Come here. Thank you. He's gonna try a lime. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like the lemons. Shocker. Try the lemon muffin. Let's see him freak out and love it. This is delicious. Still, I detect a hint of lemon. The compliments as sweet as the dough, perfect harmony. I don't care. No. No, chat. The game cannot make me do this. Okay. Mankind and Leopards were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned others to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has filled the basic requirement for survival, it will inconceivably, inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its falling and its downfall. For perfection is an attainable ideal. It is the paradox of immaculate care. Yet civilizations since time immemorial deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress, pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quests, and are all too often become architects of their own demise. These dreams, forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with what we have, and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Pardon my Eosian, but what the hell are you on about? Who are you anyway? Cooking away at your service. I'm here to prepare for the trip for the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many Aetheris species as possible. If you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course, I look forward to it. Well, it's all been highly productive. Probably. Let's go see if Orion J and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any places famous for the Kojim? Limsa has the Culinary Guild. Yeah, they make everything. Okay. Silence orders of the fleet, not resist. So some other way. Monica, I trust thy time with Merino Economics did bear fruit. Our own efforts, too, were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them, and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlene Hamlet. Aww. I believe. I believe. Huh. Yes, Monica, that was indeed me verbalizing aside to express my emotional statement. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Theris at Logicston Alpha. That's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all your forests like that? The Black Shroud is quite leafy indeed, in a place of utmost tranquility. I say, Star so wonderful it comes to no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise. To assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous you must seem, trying so hard yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy for uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Thancred. Because I forgot Ariana's voice. Again. How didst thou fare? There we go. Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit about the researchers while hoping to move their cargo. Preparations have indeed proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the Form's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean the people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be a difference between life and death, and we can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not. Though aided by our goodly growing way, we may find other ways to lighten the burden. But me? Be useful to people? I mind you, they can be capable, and I'm not sure I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose I can have to try. I passed someone mopping in the Western Plaza, looked in need of a helping paw. Mayhaps start with him. Don't you dare. Thank you. This is not a me problem. This is not a me problem. Oh my god. Alright, I'm getting this fucking Aether Sight before I feel like I'm completely and totally useless. I love the little rabbits, but they are not a me problem. Past it? It's gotta be up here. Close. Wow! You're throwing some annoying shit at me, huh? Fine. Keep going around then. Missing 2. Bike feels faster. Nothing else, chat. Right in here? Yeah. I didn't see it. Bro! Cool. Once I get this current, that's it. That will be all of the currents here. And then we just have to do the 1 story quest and 2 random side quests. Progress. Oh, can I help you? It is you who helped me? Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A bad and shared as a burden eased. Pray tell us his like troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. No engineering see, but when they say the ship, it's some of the decade of Charlene ingenuity. It's built with peerless, elegant technology. It's all true, but I know that none of it's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel. What will unfold in the great expanse? All the tests you've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us, then what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart in the next flight, or the one after that. We do everything we can to prevent it from happening, but it hardly matters. Even though the Aether Burner's design is flawless too, and look at how that turned out. Thou art familiar with the most daunting technologies, and thus thou hold the power to unlay his fear. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but well. Maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our task, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Ah! Gravitation! Maybe I can be helpful after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see, the same rules apply. And if you consider them as part of one big, great cosmos rather than separate places. Suspect both parties should find comfort in this conversation. Yes. If Dankard's tale to be true, starters would benefit from insights born of experience. Might it prevail upon the Leopards to attend them? An excellent idea, if I say so myself. There is not we would like more than ease the hearts of these fine people for Theris. Learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad am I to hear that. Gather their companions and bring them hither. Monica, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek thee out the distressed and apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall wait them here, and I might introduce each to a suitable Laporte. Okay. Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Laporte, and a Laporte in their place. Words hard to read after hours. Ha! Okay. back this way, maybe? We'll see. There's a dude. Anxious engineer? Well, I'm thinking the medical facilities of the ship, of course. Designed them with the assistance of sages and Jurgens, but to imagine every illness or injury to be the one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us. Say nothing of the effects of living out there and definitely might have in the body. Go. Oh my god, 8? Alright. Just gonna grab him. This is just a food drain, chat. This is just a food drain. Go talk to the bunny people. Oh my god, there's fake ones in here too. Game. Jet. I still need to find another 2! Oh my god. It's quest is endless! I feel like I'm losing my mind. Been through here. So maybe back up. Here, inside the building? Can't go inside the building. What about hiding around the sides? Is there fuckers around the sides? Sneaky little research bitches. I've talked to like 60 dudes. Some of these dudes. I'm gonna end some of them. This is so maddening. It should not be this hard. But boy, is it this hard. Okay. Back through here. Can they be in buildings? I feel like this side I've checked less. Oh my god. Yo, dude, we're gonna need you to talk to like 69 billion fucking people. You know, I already don't like Orianche, chat. Now I really don't like Orianche. I did not need extra selling that I dislike him. The man has me on a quest to make the bunnies feel better. I don't care about the fucking bunnies. Hi. Water, please? Mm-hmm. Thank you for keeping me hydrated and alive. Mm-hmm. While I scream about fucking bunnies. Well, not fucking bunnies. That would be a very different thing. Alright, so finishing this. Oh my god, we're left. We have gone through almost half of a fucking food on this quest. Alright, I missed one here though. Which means that there is to say that I probably missed one more nearby. Have you seen Brett? Damn. I want to ask what he thinks about The Rock in Fortnite, chat.
George, you want to come snuggle Daddy?
No, I'm playing. How are you going to snuggle me?
What?
How is he going to snuggle me?
By sitting there?
But that's not... I don't think you know what the word snuggle means.
George, you want to come snuggle? No, you want to hear it, Daddy.
How the fuck do I find the fucking goddamn bunny friendos that need bunny ship? For some reason, this might be the most infuriating thing I've ever done on the stream. Mostly because, like, there is serious shit that's about to progress, and it's just like, yo, you ever been bunny-gated before? Orion J's got you, dude! Ready to get your progression blocked? You know what? I just need a different perspective. Full zoom. From a mount that I can see everything. Found him, I got him. You little bitch. You're who I was missing. You son of a bitch. I'm free. Behold, Monica. Through thine efforts, word has spread throughout Labyrinthos, verily to a greater number than we anticipated. Living way doth gather more reports as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills. The new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should great matters require not thine attention, watch over them, I pray thee. No joke. Anything else requires my attention right now. That's what we're going with. I just want to be freed of the fucking bunny people!
So much in, well, in forever.
I understand.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends on the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh,
how goes it? It goes so good, Quinn.
He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question.
This one quest is actually the worst. Like, the quest we just finished is the worst quest we've missed in the game. Sorry I missed most of it. Every single thing of 14's getting VODed. I have a VOD for all of this so far. Every single piece of this expansion.
Were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
That said, this is taken over as my actual favorite game. It's past The Witcher 3 because of it. Yeah, I haven't uploaded them yet. I'm gonna upload them all the same day because we're gonna have to take a day off just to upload.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now?
God help me, chat.
I dare say they'd be more than a bit
God help me.
surprised.
An 18-hour stream, and then what are we? 2 8-hour days in succession?
Minfilia, Papalimo, and not.
Actually, we're 10 hours right now. We're 10 hours of stream. It's a lot. It's a lot of 14, dude.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, I am.
Oh. See the VODs, but don't exhaust yourself. I'm having too much fun, man. I'm having a good one, but yeah, some point in the next week. That'll also include the entirety of the Dono-thon too, for at least like the first few sets.
It hath been some time. 'Tis good to see you in good health.
Oh, this is messed up, chat.
Likewise, old friend. Blavida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Guessing she hates him now.
Alfei, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
We have the same reaction! Oh my god! Whoa! Whoa!
How worried we were.
I'm not gonna cry again. It's gotten me 3 times. I'm not. Stop. 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 It's illegal.
'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
I hate it.
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Oh, this is not okay.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express.
I don't know why this one got me so
feelings.
bad. Oh, fuck.
The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy.
He's like quaking. I hate it.
Before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while. Arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was
This is not fair.
Exhausting at the time.
This is an old wound.
She had the best of intentions.
Ah, this game.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
Fucking sleeping when he's still passed
You've
out,
no
dude.
idea how proud we are.
To see the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth
This
of
game is
her
dumb and dirty.
life.
It's dirty.
Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Take that punch from a realm reborn, please.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
It's true. It's life.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Oh, Monica, be assured that I'm fine. I am... This is such a fucking bullshit sentence. Full glad to see them too after so very long. Glad or still that it was in your company, as difficult as it was to accept that kindness. Couldn't fall harder if I faced them alone. Yeah, I'm the one over here crying, Urianger. I get it, dude. I get it. You're the strong man, and I'm just sitting over here dying. Alright, I get it. Thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the nobles. Not disposed to rest on our laurels, several guests were elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few might come hither seeking counsel, and so I shall remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, please do not detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check in on what I was saying. Last I saw you struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. I could go myself, but we don't know whose help she's less likely to scorn. Not to mention, much to my misfortune, I think several of something. Damn, I hate clicking. Damn, dude, I hate clicking. Alright, these are essential. These are the last two. Yeah. Okay. Gotta knock this shiz out, chat. Labyrinthos. Woo! Saw it. It's right here. Almost got me. This little trend of People are like running away from me, dude. Really needs to stop. Until I have flight, alright? Okay, so really quickly double checking now. There is 3 quests. No, there's 2 quests and then a story quest. Okay. Flight is so soon. Pog. Yeah, you cannot make me care about like the random like Aetheryte flight quests. Like that's probably never gonna happen. There's been like maybe 2 or 3 that were worth in the entirety of 14 for me. Mostly there's world building, and right now I want to see the world build the ending of the story. So F, dude. Where the hell is this bunny man? Bunny man! See you, bunny man. You're not the bunny man. Poor sad Remy, yeah. Just gotta keep grinding. It's totally normal, right? Okay, what is this? Is this a hat? Oh, it's a necklace! Oh, hell yeah! That's huge! Wow, I'm up to 540. We've got like no item levels out of doing this. We ended at like 520, and I'm almost level cap. Like, yo, dude, come on. Alright, that is the last of the Aetherites that is not involved with my main story, which means it is just main story from here on out, chat. That's all we got. That's a beautiful feeling. And then we will have flight in all of the main areas, except for one. Buckle up, it's story time. Brr, brr. Yeah, like when I said I was going to blast the MSQ, I didn't think it was going to take this long. I thought we were going to beat the MSQ, like yesterday. Originally, boy was I wrong. I drastically underestimated how long this is, and I love that. Except for we're going to do an MSQ, or we're going to do a new game plus story run. Total thought hurts. Monica, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks, are you sure? Yeah. We literally have nothing else to do, apparently. You'll have 3 minutes. Anytime, Mimi. How dare you, game? No, clearly this is the way to do it. I am the hero of chores. Ba 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 ba. Bum bum. Hero of chores. Ba-na-now. Bow, bow, now, now, now. Oh, you're helping with the crates. Wonderful. You put them down there with the others. Thanks, Alpha Eye. You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? Ha! I suppose I have Thancred to thank as well. If you're wondering why we were tasked to bring the boxes to Emporia to begin with, so was I. Turns out this is the base of operations of sorts. Those with the final say as to what is included on the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. That should be everything. 10 said best quest ever. 10 out of 10 reminds me of A Realm Reborn. Ah! You carried that all out at once. Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh, hush, the let them look. And not everyone has your delicate arms. I suppose we should let someone know we finished. Theopaldin is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get some credit for your assistance, at least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. I just realized my face cam's off. How long has that been like that? I'm a good streamer. Oh my god, yeah, the bike is bullshit. Motorcycles pay to win. Motorcycle keep getting used. God, this never ends, does it? What can I do for you? You've bought some samples from Charlene Hamlet. Series 1110. The crates about the entrance. Ah, thank you. I expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You're Forshawn's children, are you not? Alpha not now sage. Alpha not now sage your service. You're well acquainted with father, I take it. Well, quite. We've been friends with your parents since the days of us at the studio. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Curly, it's been some time since we've met. 'Tis good to see you again, wielding your father's knowledge, no less. You know our parents when they were young. What were they like? Pray spare no detail. I should like nothing more to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and the reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Yo, have a good one, Quinn. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Ah, well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Heh. You find the forum representative in the Southwest Track. These filler quests are not doing me well. Come here. Efficient, I dare say. You have talent for this work. Twins papers only need to be delivered elsewhere at the facility, so they should be returning any moment. Boom. It's going to be voiced, I believe. We return with not a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons. You will note. You both have my thanks and apologies for setting your errands far below your ambitions. Why, even as a baby, struggled out of your swaddled clothes and... That is quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents that we'd asked to hear, to reiterate. Of course. I know you followed for so long, I must have something. Well, you know is why part of the level your name garners such respect as Charlene is your family's storied history. You took and traced your ancestry directly to those who came upon the Neon Crumb's hope, a lineage few can claim. I never even thought much of it myself. So as if our forebears founded our nation, it was simply there when it happened. Nonetheless, it has been traditionally a point of pride. 'Tis why the Newcroft's pronunciation renounced the ways of war, and pursue enlightenment through knowledge of reason has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, aye. Archon Louis looked not to the Newcroft's words, but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his peers that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations that led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict, and the calamity will follow this. to ignore the plight of those who one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Louis Soir lived by that personal creed and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fortunac could not reconcile Louis Soir's deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and their peers. A philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortunac agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. Son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fortunat's crank-killed goat, so I'm sure you'd butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are not constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born, barely recognizable. He was with this kind of dumbfounded grin I've not seen since he took fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he is always frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided to give a given action is to the best, he will stay that course of action no matter what or who opposes him. A profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it. I'm sure you will agree. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to give me too much trouble now. I need the forum on my side. Speaking of which, I have to get back to work. I have to make sure these specimens you brought make the proper place. The cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak later. This outfit is the best. Hey, are you three? Graha, surely Kokore hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, you sent me tasks that require more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I can use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Asa and I have primary commitments to be delayed too long as it is. What about Monica? Can you spend a time? Yeah, nobody actually needs me right now. I am just kind of here. Perfect. This shouldn't be too long. Those gloves, kick, fucking ass, let's go! In the event that and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the blazed sky and into my lap, my secretary wishes to be notified, but put the proverbial hammer and anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames and Kokore's forged to be burnt harder, so he can increase the amount of aether being funneled into his furnaces. The full fire aspect of aether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, to which I bought the key. The adjustments require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. Okay. Parting ways, let's go! Run. Go run. Go run! Start running! I will beat you there. Because I'm a speed racer! Oh, I stopped. My auto-run key didn't work. Okay. The reactor's housed within this vicinity. I'll be the one to go inside and justify aether output. When I do, rather large amount of water-aspected aether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to extract at least a few elementals, which we will both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself. Trust me. That's you put the okay. Killing elementals. Got it. Bruh. Fucking go. Bruh. Bruh. Everything goes smoothly out here. Yep. I thought as much. No major complications to speak from inside either. And the water ether appears to be venting properly. I expect Kako will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time we return. Since I have you, there's another matter I want to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I'm considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you, and only you, have been the opposite. As you've established, refined adamantite is a product of Alec, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was a material which saw much use as a part of Allegan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Of those that would have pushed further, expand Allegan's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above, perhaps the greatest was the infamous technologist Amon. Did you remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There's no evidence to suggest he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? This might seem far-fetched, but what if souls like minds have a personality, so to speak, a natural disposition towards those to which they're inclined? We know what the... Come in. What's up, dude? Oh, yeah. Question, though. Pertinent to random things. How do you feel about The Rock in Fortnite?
I'm okay with it because he was in the Doom movie. And he was Scorpion King. So I'm okay with that.
Okay. I was more curious of, like, how interested you were about that. Yeah.
I'm probably going to spend some money.
I'm going to do the battle pass like always.
Yeah, I kind of want to get... That's the only skin I really care about, ever.
So the queue right now is like 5,000 people.
For?
On our server.
The fuck? It makes sense because normally there's a queue of like 50 people.
Yeah.
When you try
5K is a little jump though.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, without having like a lot of new stuff come out before this.
That's fair.
Like it was still a queue of like 50 to 100 people every night.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now I'm sitting at like 36 hours in the main story and I'm not done.
Walmart has sick frames to bring your posters.
Oh, that's good to know.
From Con,
I probably should do that, chat.
And they're only $10 a piece.
Okay, we definitely need to do that.
They're actually really nice. And it fits the picture perfectly where you can still see the quote on the bottom too.
Okay. Then I need to go pick up some picture frames. Fuck. It's better than Shadowbringer.
That's good to know.
This expansion has finally pushed 14 past Witcher 3 for me. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Alright.
Like, it's worth boosting 2 Shadowbringers, doing Shadowbringers, and doing this. That's how worth it is at this point.
Okay.
Like, you can go through all of it, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Because you always have NG plus 2, chat. I don't know. Fucking, my mind has been fucked.
So it's worth jumping to Shadowbringer.
Yeah. I'd say it's probably worth it. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that happens before it, but it does so many summarizations that you can get contextual clues on pretty much anything. In worst case, just YouTube. Depends on how bad you want to go through Heaven's Word and Stormblood.
Which is like...
They're both good.
They're good, but like... That grind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like, this does, like, tie every single point in the entirety of the game, loose end-wise.
Like the whole stuff, like...
Everything. I don't have really many questions left now.
That's good.
It's kind of nutty.
That's not a Final Fantasy.
To be fair, it's the last one in, like, the whole 14... Yeah, the 14's current storyline.
So this is going to be completing 14 as a story.
Well, no, they have another story that they're doing after this, but this expansion will finish the plot from ARR.
Okay.
That's so all of those games is considered like one full storyline in 14.
Okay.
And they said they're going to continue it on. There's no post patches that clean up this time. It's all here now.
So when you're done with this expansion, you're done with the story.
Yeah. And then the post patches are going to be setting up the next one.
Oh, okay.
But it's closing out like random plot lines from A Realm Reborn that I haven't thought about since I played through A Realm Reborn. Like it's so fucking good.
That's good.
Okay. I want to spoil you. Want to get carried? Oh, you haven't gotten carried in a bed. Bad.
I also got a Switch stock, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
And just to let you know, the ones on Amazon for like $24 are legit and good.
Okay. I mean, we have like a whole bunch.
Well, I'm going to be lazy.
I know. I'm just trying to think. I don't think we have a TV that doesn't have one right now, right? Except for like the one that you had. I think the one in Morgan in my bedroom even has a dock.
We all have docks in our rooms now.
Awesome.
Everywhere.
Good. We need more of them, but I think we're okay for now until like one of them breaks.
I literally think we could almost go to every room and throw a Switch on a TV.
I don't think we have a TV in every room. Almost.
Well, Josh has his dock in his room.
Yeah.
Everyone has their docks in their room. I have my dock in my computer room, and I have another dock in my bedroom.
Yeah, and then I have 2 docks that I bought, one there and then one downstairs.
Yeah, we could go to like every room and throw a Switch on TV.
Yeah. Just need to buy some more TVs.
The magical Switch.
Need to get some in the laundry room, chat. You said every room!
We need to get those floor TVs for the bathroom.
Yes.
So we can take a shit.
Oh my god. That would save me a lot of time. I mean, alright, how's it going, chat? And he snuck out past. He's like, I want to spend time with Brett. Alright, bye, Jarvis! We knew with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and an inexorable decline of Elag that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Zonde. The Emperor's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them in order to fill emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zonde's return, Amon proved these languid souls with means to free themselves and admire their own indolence. Or would have, had Zonde not been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could have only been means of the same end, to instill people with a new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those who lived around him lived, but he could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought the meaning. That hope in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their action which matter. Their motives are of no moment. And yet, to reach those stars on wings of Adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Kakol is getting on? They gave us a big break after punching us in the throat with shit. I don't like it. Get back to punching. Get back to punching me, video game. Apparently, my Switch chat needs an update. Okay. I can feel those flames are blazing from here. Glad you guys found some kid, but Graha, there's not much left for you lot to do. Unless you conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do, only. I hate waiting. I want that adamantite. I want it now. Oh, shake and impatience, I assure you. Is there nothing else we can do to assist with in the meantime? I wish! This stink is about unbearable. Pity the forum frowns on recreational explosions. Well, so long as I can't prove it's premeditated. Get you gone, I've made you some mistakes to make. In that case, I should go and return the key to the reactor. I only have one more look to make sure nothing's gone wrong, intentionally or otherwise. I'm sure there are better uses for your time, however. I will join you in the Charlian Hamlet and all. Alright, so that just means we're going to Charlian Hamlet, right? That's all it should be. This has got to be voiced. There has been voice acting for like 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 5 edits. 7 billion minutes. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to not having voice acting. I'm not used to it.
All set, I take it?
Thank God. Thank the Lord.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperites, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Why, man?
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your Adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Oh, God damn it, dude!
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry
amazing
sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamant shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. I played a vital role in keeping a lookout whilst our expeditionary forces secured the Adamantite.
Bro.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due. You did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Oh my god.
My, what a grand welcome party.
Hancock and Saraban.
It's literally fucking everybody.
Come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance. Our friends in Bosnia, for instance, have sent along a few artifacts for the brave allies of the Resistance. That's you.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of the Kojim. Upon learning of your need, Bunchin bade me deliver it on behalf of the Blue with all haste. Fearing I could not swim here with the necessary speed, however, I thought to beg our Confederate allies for aid. To my delight, Hancock was already preparing for departure at the selfsame port, and had space for additional cargo.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time. Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture? When?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending. When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Mother!
Amelians.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full. We can hardly take them with us on your teeny-tiny toy boat, now can we? and would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste not.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, then? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Yo, it's our boy!
You were involved too.
Can we make him a scion? I like him.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleamers, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Oh, it's our fucking boy! I've been wondering where Sid is. And Nero.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon?
It's about
and why
fucking
didn't you
time.
mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my
Yeah!
The problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
Alpha!
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius. He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allagan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined Adamantite in it too.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought Adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud Shard.
I fucking love Hoary Boulder,
I admit to
man.
some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them.
Literally everyone.
I know. How the Gobbyfrock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allagan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people.
My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
No way.
Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Hrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well." Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself.
Look at me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the science end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Now's the hard part, then.
Yes, Father?
Say it, coward. We're waiting.
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you.
This game's so fucking
I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
Oh, god damn it, chat. It's so good.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. great exodus would succeed. Must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
That's such a good feels, chat.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Amelians.
You're such a dickhead, but he was just trying to be a good dad. Oh, I love this game!
Though I have wronged my children most gravely,
Facts.
I owe you an apology as well.
Yeah, also facts.
I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here after all.
That's a good feel. Chat, Monica's come so far. Look at our girl. So proud of her. What is your strength or moment to triumph? With me! Let's fucking go. That's the best answer out of all of them. That's way more words. I'm still not sure why we took so long to get Sid involved.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Highlander may be contacted. We are to meet him in Emporia when we are ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, the forum's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with the Adamantite have offered to stay and see any remaining tasks that need to be done. The forum has also asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you don't need to worry about a thing. I'm glad we gave Todder a normal voice again, chat. Thank you, Todder. We're off to Emporia then. This game is not fair. It's not fair. Not fair. Hi. Hello. What's up? I don't know what that means. Oh. Hold on, chat. Okay. Fortunate. Monica, I've already shown the others inside. You want to speak with Clarine. She has the key to the lift and she can send you down after me. Why do I have to speak to someone else? Just tell them to...